Welcome to part 4 in a series of video tutorials on iPod repair. This video will show you how to replace an iPod hard drive. In my previous tutorials, I discussed the many problems that an iPod might have and how they may be repaired by using a resetting method and other methods on how to fix them. And then I moved on to replacing an iPod battery. In my other video, if you want to learn how to do that, I show you and actually how to open up the iPod, so it's actually two tutorials in one. Now, of course, the last resort, if an iPod does not work, it makes loud clicking noises and a combination of problems, you may have to replace the hard drive. I know what you're thinking, oh, a hard drive, it's a major thing, it's too difficult. I'm here to tell you that it's not. And today I'm going to show you how to replace an iPod hard drive. So let's get started. Right in front of me, as you can see, I have an iPod. This happens to be a 60 gigabyte 5th generation iPod video. As you can see, it's already open. And I'm going to show you how to remove the hard drive and how you would replace it. So let's get started. Just set the camera down. I'm going to open up the hard drive, open up the iPod right here. As you can see, right there, it has blue foam on it. This is the actual hard drive. There is usually a plastic bracket around it to keep the hard drive secure and in place within the hard drive itself. So I'm going to take that off. And I'm going to take just basically the hard drive just sits there. See, as you can see, it just lays there. Just lays inside the case. You just lift it up. The only thing that's holding it on is a ribbon cable, which I'm going to point to. It's right here. There's your ribbon cable. Now, there's two connections. There's one to the hard drive and there's one to the main board. Now, what you have to remove is the one to the hard drive. Don't touch the one to the main board. It actually has a clip and it can be removed, but it's actually, there's some kind of cement over there, and it's better not to touch that because then you have to replace that. It's there for a reason. The other side, the one connected to the hard drive, is the easiest to remove. Basically, you just pull it out like I just showed you. And if you want to remove it or put it back in, it goes into the edge. See right here, you have a pin socket, must be around 40 or 50 pin socket, in which the ribbon cable just clips into. So I just removed it for you. Once you have your hard drive, you may want to use these plastic brackets to take these off if they don't already come with them, and put them back on the new one. So the iPod would fit in and won't shake around. Once you have that in place, I don't know if they give you any foam, but if they do, make sure to put it on, because what's very important is that the hard drive doesn't have any play or move around inside the case. So once you have all this in place, what you do is, I forgot to mention there's foam on the other side too. So make sure the foam is always on. I think you could still use the old foam. It's fine. It's no problem. So I'll show you how to put that back on again. Basically, you put it back on the same way you took it off. You basically just match up the pins where my finger is pointing to, and where my thumb is the ribbon cable, and you just basically just slide that right in like that. And use your thumb as leverage. The corners of the ribbon cable give you a little bit of leverage there. Just push that in. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Just lay it back down again. Make sure it's... Let me just show you with the camera here. Just make sure that these rubber brackets press into the area right here so it's snug and tight. And once that's in, all you have to do is, actually would like to mention that there's another ribbon cable here This is the ribbon cable that goes actually to the hold button and the battery and the earphone cable. So this cable actually, I could just remove the hard drive. Again, I'll show you where that goes. Let me just lift this out. Oops. And that goes right here. So all you got to do, you really don't have to remove this, but you may want it because it gives you more room to work and you don't want to damage it. So there's a little area right here, and all you have to do is just lift up. There's a little tab. It's very small. It's very hard to see. There's a little tab that lifts up, and it's right by the it's right by the connector. And all you got to do is just lift that up and just put it right in. Make sure that this is face down. There you go. Once that's in, just push this down again. And you're basically good to go.